terms of its halal and its haram. Imagine buying a new piece of appliance. Imagine reading its manual. Imagine perhaps even memorizing the manual and not even following the instructions. This is how you're living your life. This is how many of us are living our lives. This is our treatment of the Quran. Al-Basri Ta'ala said, أُنزِلَ الْقُرْآنِ لِيُعْمَلَ بِهِ وَاتَّخَذُوا تِلَاوَتَهُ عَمَلًا. The point of the Quran being revealed was to be acted upon. However, people sufficed with its recital. They made its recital the action. That's as far as their action goes, just the recital. And many of us are stuck at this stage. Barely reciting the Quran and sufficing with that. Where are we from many verses in the Quran? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ that the believers are brothers. So many verses that we recite, that we hear, that we don't act upon. Every single one. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Being good to your parents. Where? So many verses. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us all. So many verses we don't act upon. This is a form of abandonment of the Quran. We must embody the Quran. We must live by it. And when Aisha was asked about the Prophet ﷺ and his character, she said her famous statement, كَانَ خُلُقُهُ الْقُرْآنُ. That his character, you want to know how he was, how he behaved? He embodied the Quran. He was a walking Quran. The third type of abandonment is هجر تحكيمه والتحاكم إليه في أصول الدين والدين. To abandon judging by it and resorting to it as a judge when there are differences in the essence of the matters of the religion. We don't have individually a huge impact on the political scale. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at the very least in your own homes. The Prophet ﷺ tells us, كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْئُولٌ عَنْ رَعِيَّتِهِ. That everyone is a shepherd, and each of you is responsible for his flock. We need to implement the Quran in our own houses. Start with your house. Start with yourself. قُوْ أَنفُسَكُمْ وَأَهْلِيكُمْ نَارًا. Save yourself and your family. Start with yourself. Work towards your family, and then we'll see change on a global scale. The fourth type of abandonment of the Quran is هجر تدبره وتفهمه ومعرفة ما أراد به. To abandon pondering over the meanings of the Quran. To abandon understanding the Quran. To abandon seeking its explanation. There are verses we hear all the time, and many of us have no idea what Allah is saying. Go enroll in a course. There's no excuse today. Internet is filled with content, and there's no language barrier. There's enough experience out there in Urdu. There's enough language. It's all out there. It's free, most of it as well. What is Allah saying? And many of us can complain, I can't focus on prayer. Of course you can. You don't know what's being recited. You have no idea what the Imam is reciting. Even something as simple as Fatiha. The majority of us have not even studied Fatiha properly. Many of us have not even pondered and wondered, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. Only you do we worship. Why are you saying we and not I? You're talking the first person. You're the one reciting. Why is it we? These sort of questions. These are the questions you need to ask yourself. You need to research. You need to learn. Otherwise, you've abandoned the Quran. Otherwise, you've abandoned the Quran. If you're not studying it, if you're not learning it, if you're not contemplating over it, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. And the verse starts off with وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ, and the messenger. Imagine you have a loved one, and this loved one writes you a letter in a foreign language, and you just look at it every day, you read it, before you go to bed, you read it, you try to memorize parts of the letter. But you have no idea what the letter says. All the time we hear of people learning another language because there's no speaks that language. How many times have we heard somebody marrying into a different culture and learning that other language? At least making an attempt. وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا. And those who believe in Allah, they love more. They have more. And to that book, dear brothers and sisters, it has there's layers. Some people are given more than others. In one of the biographies of one of the scholars, Imam Khutba, rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentions that there was a scholar named Ali bin Muhammad al-Affar al-Nahwi Abu Hassan al-Fasi. There was a scholar from Fez, modern-day Morocco. Imam Khutba praises the scholar. In his biography, he said, عارف بالمذاهب والتفسير والتفسير. This guy was a master of all the sciences. He mastered all four schools of thought. He mastered tafsir. He mastered Arabic. Everything. This great scholar who was in Fez, Imam Suyuti says, وكان يذكر الناس يومي الخميس والجمعة. He used to think of a halakha every Thursday and Friday. أقام بتفسير آية واحدة وهي إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى. That he did the tafsir of one verse. إنهم فتية آمنوا بربهم وزدناهم هدى. They were young men who believed in their Lord and he gave them more and more. This one verse. One full year explaining this one. One full year talking about one verse. Some people are given more. There's levels to this. When was the last time we deeply pondered over the Quran? When was the last time we cried while reading the Quran? Many of us, we cry when we watch TV shows, we watch movies, we watch a favorite Bollywood movie, teardrops. But many of us are not moved by the Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. Had we sent this Quran, had we stepped down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have certainly seen it humble and torn apart in awe of Allah. Are our hearts more hard than mountains? أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله وحده والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. وبعد. وقال الرسول يا ربي إن قوم اتخذوا هذا. The Prophet ﷺ cried out, "Oh, my Lord, my people have abandoned this Quran." The fifth type of abandonment of the Quran is حجر الاستشفاء والتداوي به في جميع أمراض القلوب وأدوائها. to abandon using the Quran as a cure from all the diseases of the hearts. The Quran is a cure. When we're stressed out, when we're depressed, when we go back to the Quran, or do we binge watch the new series, The Big Tub of Ice Cream? Where are we going for help? Where are we going for cure? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, وَنُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We send down the Quran as a healing and as a mercy. The Quran is a healing and a mercy for the believers. Imagine being sick, you go to the doctor, you use your prescription, you just put it in the shelf, and you expect to get better by just looking at it. Every day you just look at it. Every day you just look at it. One day I'll take a medication. One day. Let today be that day. How will our relationship be with the Quran this Ramadan? We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah allow us to reach Ramadan. Many people we know who have heard of, we're not that fortunate. I'm sure you all heard that many of the Salaf used to make dua after Ramadan for 6 months, asking Allah to accept the Ramadan. Then they would make dua for another 6 months, asking Allah to reach Ramadan. It's truly a blessed time. We pray, Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. How much longer are mushabs going to remain dusty? When are we going to really take it seriously, pick it up, read it? Not just the Arabic translation, many podcasts, even many of you have long commutes, many of you work from home. You have that downtime while you're working. Listen to something regarding the Quran. And the irony of all ironies is, if you have not heard this verse before, you clearly abandoned God. If you've never heard this verse I'm talking about, very good. So we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us all, forgives us all for our shortcomings. I think in a couple of days there's elections happening in Pakistan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to rectify the affairs of the Muslims in Pakistan. Pakistan is a very crucial country, very important country in the Ummah today. Very, very important. We make dua for Pakistanis, and that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rectify their affairs and give them what's best for the entire Ummah. And we pray for our brothers and sisters in Palestine. ربنا أفرغ عليهم صبرا وثبت وانصرهم على القوم الكافرين. ربنا آتهم في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا اللهم استر عوراتهم وآمن روعاتهم واحفظهم من بين أيديهم ومن خلفهم وعن أيمانهم وعن شمائلهم ومن فوقهم. اللهم منزل الكتاب سريع الحساب محيي السحاب هادم الأحزاب اهزم من ظلمهم وزلزلهم وانصرنا عليهم. اللهم ارزقهم صدق التوكل عليك وحسن ظن بك. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على طاعتك. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وأقيم الصلاة.